Today's spooky spot, we're having a look at the DC Direct Batman The Long Halloween Series 1 action figures. We're looking today at Catwoman. This is one of my favorite Catwoman figures. She is depicted as with every other figure from the new line of action figures direct from the pages of DC Comics, The Batman Long Halloween. Here's the trade paperback containing all the issues. And on the back of the package, the epic tale of mystery and suspense that takes Batman deep into the underworld of Gotham City. Other figures that you can get in this set, there's Batman, Two-Face, the Joker, Catwoman, and Mad Hatter. Yeah, I would definitely say Catwoman is definitely one of my favorite from this set. I love the design of Two-Face, even though he's not my favorite Two-Face, but I really appreciate the sculpt that they put into him. Batman's not bad. I almost want to say Joker might be my favorite, but Catwoman comes pretty close. Mad Hatter's awesome too, but I just love the coloring and everything of Catwoman. The read-up for Catwoman says, working for Sophia Falcone, Catwoman frequently came to Batman's aid while hunting the holiday killer. All figures feature multiple points of articulation and a base, each figure sold separately. What I am going to do is take a bit of a break. I'm going to get this opened up. And when we come back, we're going to get a better look at Catwoman. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. The accessories that come with Catwoman, as with every other Long Halloween figure, she does come with a sheet from the calendar. In this case, February 14th, Valentine's Day. Bummer. It is a piece of paper. I mean, it's not plastic. Even if it was hard plastic would be nice. But the same thing I was saying with the Two-Face figure, the fact that this is just flimsy paper, yes, Spot understands it is a calendar and all, but the fact it's a flimsy paper, this will likely get bent, destroyed at some point, or likely you'll just say, you know what, I don't need this with my figure, and I'll just toss it. Nice that they included it, but really defeats the purpose, and I find is useless, but there you go. Catwoman also does come with, as I've got her standing on it currently, she does come with a display stand. Same display stand as well as some of the other figures. One peg hole. Catwoman has one peg hole on her foot for her to stand. She actually does seem to need this stand. She doesn't seem to stand very well on her own. Texture is nice on the actual stand itself. Kind of got that faux granite look to it. Kind of I guess it's a sidewalk asphalt something. Looks good though. There are connector points that if, for example, you have another display stand, you can connect the two together and have the figures standing next to each other. She does also come with, if I can remember, some sort of listening device. Little speaker going on there. Little dish. I'm trying to think here if it clips onto her hand. It does look like there's a little bit of a ledge on there. It's been a while, obviously, since Spot read the issue, or read the actual series. I mean, it's nice that they included it. I really don't think that there's a need for it to be included, but it is there. I'm sure somebody will tell me down below, oh, Spot's supposed to go there. Oh, yes, it's supposed to go there. Congratulations, you have a gold star. And she does also have goggles. Goggles that you can put on her head. Like so. See, Spot was able to figure out where that went. Oh no, Spot's supposed to go around her waist! No, now you're just being silly. It's neat, I like the fact that it's on her head, but I won't likely display her with the goggles. You know, it's nice that they included it, just not really something I would display her with. Take those off. The figure itself is nice. I like the figure because it's very classic Catwoman, I would say. Almost reminiscent of like the old school Catwoman design. She has no hair showing. She's just kind of sporting the ears. It's very stylistic the way that they've got her face. I think her face is really, really nice as well. I can only imagine how small her nose is, though. The sculpt on her eyes is nice. I like kind of that 30s style. It's not really, but the 30s style eyebrows going on there. The coloring of purple that they used was really nice too. She sculpted really well overall. Obviously her suit is extremely tight. I also like the fact too the actual figure has the little bracelets, and they're separate. They're actually separate pieces on the figure. It's not just a sculpt. So when you move the figure, there is actually something that's moving there along with it. It's not just something that's part of the arm. I think that's a nice touch. You know, looking at it, it almost looks like her body is translucent. It could maybe just be me. But I think the choice of purple is really nice. I would have liked if the leggings and the arms would have been a little darker, but still they work really, really well. And she's got her tail. It really does nothing. It doesn't rotate or anything like that. It's just basically a piece of plastic. Speaking of pieces of plastic that don't really do anything, that don't move, you'll see that she's posed with her arm out and her claws extended. It seems to me, even though her arm can go out and rotate all the way around, this one arm does not seem to want to go any further down than what it is right now. And I don't know if that's just this figure or if it's my figure that I have here, but it definitely doesn't look like she goes any further in than what she is now. So ultimately, you're always going to have her with her claw out, her hand out like so. It's not bad for Catwoman, it works. But would have liked if it could have gone in a little bit more. Spot's also battling some very spooky allergies right now. I don't even know why I'm getting allergies now. I really have no idea. In the way of her articulation, Catwoman has a ball-jointed head. Rotates up and down. Lots of movement in the head itself. Again, her arms move out. Limited on this one arm, unfortunately. The arm rotates at the bicep. It bends at the elbow. At least this elbow. This elbow bends too, but again, you're limited by how the arm can actually, the whole arm can bend down. She also does seem to have a rotation in the wrists. Nothing in the waist, likely due to the sculpt. The legs go forward and back. They also bend at the knee. Nothing in the foot, but that's alright though. That is alright. Despite the limitations to this one arm where it can't really bend in too much, I still really like this figure. I do think they did a good job on this figure. The coloring is really nice, and I really am digging the sculpt on the head of Catwoman. Meow. The Catwoman from the Long Halloween, I think I'm going to give her an 8.5. I still think, I don't know, I still think this is probably my favorite from the set. Joker, I really like Joker, but I don't know, something about Catwoman I really dig. Today's spooky spot, though, we're having a look at the DC Direct Batman Long Halloween Catwoman. Thanks for watching. As you always do, guys, certainly stick around. There are more spooky spots coming your way, and I'll see you next time. Ooh.